Hello, guys. Let's welcome Yelena Guseva. Happy to see you again in our studio.
Thank you so much. Happy to see you too. So tell me, what do you want to know today?
Before the story, people see the result. But before success, there are always a moment of decision. Who were you right before everything started working?
So you start from jokers. um, in my life, a few years ago, 7, let's say years ago, in Moscow, I was working in real estate. And I succeed in this, and I was having mortgage company and real estate company, and I was working and coaching people all over the Moscow with information that I get from my experience. And I have 5 conservative education with bachelor's degree and master's degree, and 2 MBA that helped me in business and for about business psychology and how to develop business. So I began from the very good start, and I have a lot of opportunities in my own country, but because of some consequences, I need to travel. And once I come to Dubai, of course, I have some savings and of course I have my experience, but that time what I didn't have, proper English. And that's where story started. When you are in a new country, separate from your family, when you don't have literally anything and you have some savings and you find that the currency in your country is so small towards the currency where you are living, and you still have the sorts that you like to live the way you want, and you feel that you can't afford it here and now. In this situation, you feel, like a small person in front of the big world, and you should start everything from the beginning. And that is how I start everything from the beginning in 2021.
When you arrived in Dubai, what didn't you have that people assume you did?
I think people thought while they were speaking with me that I have rich parents. I have assets probably from my ex-husband, or maybe I have billions or millions dollar in my bank account. But I have confidence. And that is what exactly was in my face. They were speaking with me like they are equal to me because they thought that with such a confidence, I should have all of this. Because you will find some people, they have a lot of things and they shy. They shy to speak, they shy to teach, they shy to learn, they shy to live their life despite they are very successful, and you can see them open only among their families. But for me, because I was new in the country, new in the market, new in everything, I was dealing like I was here for 100 years. And not even some people who were in UAE for 10, 15 years, they were asking me advice where to go. Imagine.
The hard beginning. 4 years ago, new country, 2 children, no safety net. What was the first lesson Dubai gave you?
Go to speak with people.
Communication.
That is the first skill that I learned because, we are as a Russian, we are sometimes even not smiling without purpose. And our porky face sometimes make people feel uncomfortable in the company. And I understood that the power of this country, human. For example, in Russia, we didn't have too much connections because everyone is busy with his own work, children, family. But once you are coming to the place where 85% of country are expats, you should speak with people. You should find right people. And that helped me so much. I start visit some networking, business clubs. By the way, for now, I am on business club Vision. It's not advertising for them, but it's really good place to be, and it's very cool place to start if you are entrepreneur and you are seeking for any opportunities. And thank you guys, you really helped me a lot. You become as my family. And nowadays I advising for all the people who are coming abroad. If you want to find solution, find people. You can't know everything, but you can know people who knows. And you will find the school for your children, and you will find the clinic for your mom, and you will find work for you from random people that you even could not expect, but you will find everything just by talking with people in polite and nice way. And Russian, smile, it will help.
What part of your life became heavier the moment you decided not to go back?
It's still heavy because before all my connections, they were around a specific type of people with whom I was working. I was working with some corporates and a high level rich individuals and investors in Russia. And all these people, despite they are investing with me, I can't take them all and all the investments here because, for example, at least 50% of them, they are not willing to move their actives anywhere across GCC countries. They are just picking Europe to make investment or USA, and they are not happy too much that they will expose their money in front of another government, so they want to keep it quiet and they want to make everything only in Russia. You know, like we used to say, there is like a proverb that big money loves silence.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, I understood that if I'm not coming back, I would not see my friends so frequently. I would not have opportunity to see my grandparents as much as I want because even if they are living in the south of country, to reach them nowadays is impossible because all the flights are cancelled. But in the same time, I got strength. I understood that motivation, it is just an emotion. If you are motivated by your family, by your friends, by yourself, it is just something that coming and going. But if you have the plan, if you know what you want exactly, if you understand that you need to reach some goals and you have only small amount of the time to make it, you becoming to be more focused. You love the weather or not, even if it is 50-degree, you wake up, you make your duties, your routine, you are calling, you are meeting people, you are managing your business, and day by day, step by step, despite you are far away and you are completely alone in a new country with a foreign language, you are making your things coming better. And day by day, like someone who is recovering from the cancer, I was recovering from all my emotional misunderstandings, from all the sadness that I have because I am leaving my country. And it get better, much more better. After a few years, traveling all over the world, having here golden visa, sponsoring my mom, my family, doing a lot of good projects, I can tell that I did right. I did right decision that I came here.
What did survival actually look like? Not in theory, but day to day.
Oh, day-to-day survival. Probably I need to write a book. By the way, I already have two books. One is Gain Confidence in 7 Days, and another book, The Right to Be Yourself. And this question, I tackle this issue in this book. You should have survival instincts to understand that the life and your body is the only thing that you have in this whole entire world. I'm not speaking about the body that you are thinking, because for Russian and any Slavic people who are here working in real estate, some people are asking not only the property purchase and about the date. No, I'm speaking about the brain. Whatever you have before, just you should erase it. You should understand that in this country, to survive, you should work. First, work. Second, find new people to surround yourself with millionaires, with entrepreneurs, with influencers. Third, you know what? Work more. And then, once you build your network, once people know who you are, your reputation will work for you. But before, you should be hard worker. You know, I love, not love, I adore, I take it as a sample for all my life. Sheikh, the ruler of the country, told very clear thing. Doesn't matter who are you, gazelle or lion. When you wake up in the morning, you should run. And that is exactly how it's working. You should run. You should run to know AI. You should run to know new people. You should run to make campaigns and marketing. You should run to make network. You should run to attend the biggest events that they have here, like summits, 1 billion followers, mega campus summit, like entrepreneur summit in Dubai, in Sharjah, in Abu Dhabi. So you should be everywhere, because if people don't see you, they don't know you.
Okay, almost quit phase. There is always a phase where quitting feels logical. When was that moment for you?
Maybe when I understood that I can't open my company. When I just started work with UAE property and the market, I still was in Moscow and we were selling properties abroad. And I am so grateful for Shoba company. I got my first contract with them as Elena Guseva from Moscow with my self entrepreneur LLC. And I just was selling without any problem, without any hassle, having my small percent and like Dubai from far away, like as a tourist. But when I came here, I start work as an employee. And for a human who all his entire life was working as a businesswoman, who was managing himself and hundreds of people, it is something that subconsciously killing you from the morning, because you wake up and you think, okay, I'm selling myself with a small price. I'm selling myself for people who are having the company in the market. Why can't I make the company? Why? And that time in 29, there were a lot of consequences that you should carry if you will have the company. So you should put at least 51% of your company under the name of the local sponsor. The information that they were giving about taxes and reports on yearly basis, everything was difficult because it was in Arab language. And the situation with opening the companies even in a free zone was so difficult. Like if you don't know the law, if you don't know Arab language, properly, it will take another 6 months or even year to understand what is better for you, what not. But despite I was working in a nice company, thank you, Engage Properties and Hamid. I really grateful for the thing that I got from you, because it was the first step in the big market. Maybe that time for 6 months I got 20 new developers, and I just put everything in my head to make sure that I can give good information for customers, not a porridge. But that time I was about to give up, because I was feeling that I'm working like every employee in the world. I don't have any time to travel. I don't have any time for my family. And what is life? If it is like this in my country, why I should come here and do the same work and be a slave? But one day everything changed. They did new law, and they told that nowadays you can start make your company under your name, solo entrepreneurship, and I did it.
What were you telling yourself during that time?
I was telling myself that if I'm here, I should enjoy life the way how I can afford it. If I'm here, I should make sure that the amount that I have will be enough for me, my family. And if I am here, I should take all the opportunities this country can give me. And that is why probably I was happy about each day that I can spend on the beach because I'm working and living here and people are coming with a huge amount of the money just to see this country. I was uh, I was thinking that one day when I will feel more comfortable and have more income, I can make my children study in American or English curriculum school, that I can take my mom with me to have this amazing place as our home. And all these hopes, they let me feel that I can do it. And I am Muslim. The thing that I ask from Allah each time, I ask not to leave me because I believe. And that is how it's working. You believe, you trust, you know that everything that you ask will happen and is happening now, and Allah give you force, give you power, and you feel it day by day.
Okay, that's why you didn't stop.
That is why I'm still not stopping,
Mm.
And I feel like I can go to any other country and do the same from the scratch. Imagine how it sounds. Women, when she is like 33, 34, she is just traveling alone, without family, husband, without bulk of money to another country, with another culture, language. And she is keep going. Yes, sure, if all the people who travel to this country one day, if they are blaming their families or whatever, if they just will wake up and think, I did it, I'm invincible, I did it. And this feeling that you can make it more and more times, it is giant feeling inside you that you can do whatever you want. And if we can give even 10% of it for our children, for our relatives, for our friends, this part of the feeling that they can do whatever, we will be in the best condition and live our best life.
Mhm. If there is some inner rule you did set for yourself that changed everything.
Um, I think it was a plan. I have a plan that I should be very strict with myself. I have only 1 year to become from a survival in the forest, in the jungle, in the desert, to become a successful expert in my profession. So, if you remember, I have different ways and different degrees, and in my country, I was studying psychology. So I was coaching people as an executive coach, career coach, as a business coach. And in the same time, I was working all the time in stocks trade market, and I was selling properties for people who want to manage their assets, not to put all the money in the same basket. So for this diversification of the things that I was doing for my customers, I could not pick all of them to start a new country. I should pick one. And that is why my decision when I just start work here was make a very interesting plan that will encourage me to work as an expert and professional, and at the same time it will be measurable, affordable, and have a time frame. So I put for me the goal according to the SMART. It's kind of the system that you are putting yourself to be disciplined. And I did it. And that was a game changer. I stopped just blame myself that something is not working. Take a structure, start make routine day by day, and pick for me only one thing that I was focusing. So If you are coming to any other country, a new company, new family, or wherever new situation, don't try to put your attention for different tasks. You would not succeed. Trust me. If you want to succeed in anything, just from the beginning, focus on it. If you are specialist in anything, take subspecialty. If you are arranging for you very wide niche, make it close. Even if you are working in social media, tag for you the auditory that will have exact age, exact location, and even exact occupation at work. And like this, you can manage the things very fast. You can follow your plan without any distractions, and it will work if you focus in one thing. One thing, one task, one focus, and it will work.
Okay. Building authority. Not fast but real. At what point did people stop seeing you as someone trying and started seeing you as an authority?
Everything is coming with experience. And in this country, it is coming with visibility. If you are the best professional, but you are invisible, people are not asking from you any advice, especially when it comes to the money that they were earning all their entire life. So visibility is coming with social media. I started to work on social media when I was in Russia. I have almost 1.5 million followers that were looking at me on daily basis. I was making posts and I was making some stories, but I never was focusing on it. I was just trying to involve people in my metaverse, in my era, making them feel that if I can invest, you can invest too. If I can make business, you can make too. But when I came to United Arab Emirates, I was thinking how this country literally in less than 1 century just make huge jump far away from a lot of European countries and even whole world. How could they afford it? How they did it? And when I dig deep inside, I understood it's not a country, it's a project. It's literally a huge marketing project and the CEO is a ruler. Imagine all the things shaped to be recognized all over the world. The biggest tower, the deepest pool, the hugest place for the attraction for children and for adults, the best museum, everything. It come to be the country that have more hashtags, tags and shoots all over the world that any entire Eiffel Tower have since it was constructed. And I start search about the way how people can find me, why they should pick me all over hundreds of their friends because they're living here for 5-10 years and working absolutely in the same niche, and how people from overseas can start find me and buy from me and recognize me. I pick for me the way of truth. I start telling the market the things that probably some agents and companies prefer to hide. I start to make honest advices about where to buy properties in which area. I start to make honest advices from which developer I will buy and from which developer I would not. And since I start make my reviews about developers, especially if the review was not that good, developers start call me. They start try to find me to improve my opinion about their companies. And literally, I found that people who are speaking with me from my page, they got trust because I and the thing that I'm telling feel completely different from the stuff that you see in the market. You should know that in United Arab Emirates, you can't shoot any accidents or capture any problems to not have any loss of reputation for the country. And the same applying for any kind of businesses. If you are telling something that can make some problems with reputation for any developers or companies, you might have a problem for yourself, despite you was right. And that is why I took the social media as something just to give my opinion. And I start speak with people why I came here, why I start invest my money, because I just I just want you to know people who are coming here and working, they are completely different from me because I'm investing my money, money of my family and my friends before I start make any investments for people with whom I'm working. And that is why each theory I have, I'm trying on myself, and then once I have practice, I'm sharing what I exactly reached and what we can do to earn money together. And that is a different point that I did. And that is why now I have more than 4 million people watching me from my account, and probably another 1.5 million watching me from different accounts for viral marketing agency, for my coaching things, and for the fair opportunity that is company that I'm working as a director, and we managing teams to sell for people properties all over the world. And that is the power. Speaking with people in their language and speaking with them only truth.
What did you refuse to compromise even when growth was slower?
Quality. I can't compromise quantity upon quality. I decided one time, maybe I was 25, that I would not give any information if I didn't prove it by myself, and I would not offer people to buy something for me from me or invest something with me if I didn't try it by myself. And I don't want to compromise on the thing that I'm advertising. Despite it was a little bit difficult from the beginning, when I didn't have too much friends and people here in UAE, I was not even trying to make advertising for gambling, for any kind of, casino or anything that people are making all over the world. I didn't want to give my customers property where I have huge commission but they have no profit, and I didn't compromise on the friends. Despite I am living here for the last 4 years, my friends still my friends, and I'm happy to have them wherever they are.
Okay, trust of the powerful. Today, you advise corporations and high level individuals. Why do people with power trust in you?
We should ask them. you know, um, this question I never asked myself. I thought that it's kind of energy, when you are in harmony with yourself, when you feel that you can give for this world something that no one can give, people see it. They feel it. And they feel it till that extent that they are coming to you, asking your business card, asking what are you doing exactly, and then following you forever. And the corporates, those people who are working on daily basis, doing routine work, that want to just gain more money or have some retirements or spend on their family or whatever it is, they are probably the most common people who are asking my help, because they see that me as a very highlighting individual, showing by the way of my living, by the way how I'm spending my time with the family, they think that they might want to do all the entire life. And There is another thing, um, we used to make with our friends and families a lot of nice things, but no one want to show his face in a sad way, in unsuccessful way, in the way where he need help, especially if a human is a man and he is mature and he is like 45 plus. He doesn't want to show to anyone that he have any weak point. And that is why those people who are watching me, who have connection with me, sometimes they tell that I have a logic like a man and I have the same time heart and softness as any woman. So this combination make me very interesting in the market for people who want to have soft advice and at the same time seeking for the logic to make their life more comfortable. And everyone have his own question. Someone is seeking for 2000 dirham to feed his family, and another one he is thinking how to spend $2 million, and both of them have headache.
Mm-hmm.
Just one have headache here and now how to survive, and another is having headache how to make his assets work and gain more.
What do successful people struggle with that outsiders don't see?
Lack of trust. Only rich people can't afford trust. Cheap people can't. The lack of trust in the country where 85% of people are expats is very huge. You can't imagine so many broken hearts, not just between people who are dating each other, friends, colleagues, partners. Literally, I see that a lot of people are humiliating each other for nothing because they know that tomorrow they would not live in this country. It's not their country. They will come back to their native country and spend all their retirements and everything there. And another people, there is something named active listening. That is the way how you know that people literally care about what are you telling, the way how you are telling, and they can give you attention. It's not about advice, by the way. It is about to hear yourself from the side. It's like you are speaking with a mirror, but the mirror is replying to you, you can, you are okay, you can. And there are some people who want to cry, The way how we are feeling in our life is very difficult to express because day by day, the quantity of information, especially digital, is so huge. And not too much people are thinking about digital hygiene. And a lot of people who are working as a CEO and managers or having their own companies, they are seeking for one thing, for the silent and for understanding. So sometimes they literally want to cry. And I see those people in my sessions. They just want to find the shelter where no one will blame them, no one will judge them, to understand from point of view what do they want. Imagine the bestseller of 2025, the book. What are you dreaming about? What is your dream? People nowadays, they forgot how to dream. They calculating everything by the money. They calculating everything by the time. But they forget they would not live endless. They are not immortal. They need to have a dream. Like any small child who is dreaming, that is how we have our powerful.
What kind of conversations only happen behind closed doors?
Conversations about fears.
Mhm.
You know, there are two things that dragging people all their entire life: the sense of happiness and the sense of fear. Happiness is not working that good because you can imagine that yes, I'm happy, something will make me happy, but it's not like a big motivation because you can find happiness in a glass of drink or in good coffee or in some quality food. But when it comes to fears,
Mhm.
people are very similar in this. You can be a worker and you can be a CEO of Microsoft, you still have fears. And that is the fear of something new or fear to lose the things and the reputation and the money that you have, the fear of losing the family because you are working so much, or fear of losing the family because you are not working at all, or fear about your body, about the stress that you have, about your colleagues, the fear about the ages that you will never take them back because you was living all entire life for someone, reaching someone goals, achieving someone plans, and now you have a time to think about yourself but you can't. You don't have experience how to love yourself, and that is the conversation that are happening between me and the people who want to be open. Initially, I'm not going to anyone knocking the door and telling, let me tackle the issue and I will solve your problem. No. People who are coming to me, they are coming and I'm asking only one question. What do you want to speak about now? What is bothering you? Or what achievements you want to share with me? Or what question you have in your brain that doesn't allow you to sleep?
What is the biggest misconception about wealthy, successful people?
The misconception probably that all rich people they are bad people or evil people or they don't have any empathy. That is misunderstanding that sometimes driving me crazy. I have empathy, and the customers with whom I'm working, they have empathy too. And as much as we can, we are making charity, taking care about orphanage, and we are helping people in the streets and animals and everything. But we can't endlessly see stupidity of another people who are not doing anything in their life and then blaming whole world that they deserve something and the government or the social environment not giving them. You know, whatever thing you are working, whatever thing you are doing, it it deserves to be proud about. If you are cleaning, be the best cleaner. If you are selling car or whatever, be the best seller. If you are writing the book, try to be the best author.
Mhm.
If you are making brows, eyelashes, you are hairdresser, whatever you are doing, you should try your best to be the best expert in the thing that you are doing. And then once you got your experience, you would not even think about people who are having a little bit more than you in a bad way. You will try to be in their company to understand how they did it, to repeat and do the same for you and your family.
Coaching. Why people come to her? What do most people come to you for? And what do they actually need?
What people need? Uh, Probably, I think you don't know what is the difference between session with a coach or psychologist. Do you familiar with the difference?
No, can you please tell me?
So when you are working with a psychologist, he is giving you some advices, probably prescribing for you some vitamins or medication, and giving you his experience as a something as a direct method to help you because he recognized in your behavior something that he saw from another patient.
Mhm.
But for the coaching, the thing is completely different. We are not giving any advices. It is indirect way how to help human to unleash his potentials, to let him achieve his goals by his way, but we are showing him all the things hidden, all the power that he already have. Sometimes when you are speaking with the right coach, you feel that he is not telling anything till the end of the session, but you find all the answers by yourself. And that is the perfect way. There is the certification, ICF coaching all over the world, and it is exactly what we are doing. We are letting people, giving them opportunity to find their best sides in themselves by guiding them with open questions. We are speaking with people about the thing that bothers them, and we are focusing for 45-50 minutes with a human and his experience and his problems and his things, attaching to him and being for him as a good friend, as a his parent maybe that he need to have or want to have, as someone who is not blaming, not judging, not making anything in a rush. You know, sometimes you speak with a human and you know that the question that you are asking, answer is very easy and it will take few seconds. But man or woman in front of you start think. Especially it is about the feelings. Like, what makes you happy? Why last time you was confused or upset? That is the thing that people are not asking from themselves and they don't have time to ask. When you are at your work, no one is asking how you feel. Everyone wants you to work. When you are coming to your home, you are taking a role of mom or father. No one asking how are you. All of them want you to deal with them according to your position in the family. So where you will find someone who want to care about you, where you will find someone who will speak with you about the thing that bothering you. That is the way how people are coming to make coaching.
What pattern do you see again and again in high performers?
All the people that making money, who are living their best life, they have one thing, discipline. And they have something that I used to tell like a diamond, where they can put all their emotions in a small box, close it, and follow the plan. Whatever you have in the morning, bad news, bad mood, any distractions, you didn't sleep properly, whatever happened, you know that is your plan. You know that you will make your daily routine, and tomorrow will be better, and day after tomorrow will be better. And there is another pattern that I found, and I'm sure that is making us more strong in front of all the other people. We are not comparing ourselves with anybody else. We are comparing ourselves with ourselves from yesterday. What did I achieve yesterday? What did I do today that I didn't make yesterday? What exactly I can do to make better life for me and my lovable people who surround me, to make it here and now, to have results tomorrow? And the last but not least, they are believers. People who achieve their goals, who have money, who have this destiny to be rich, they are believers. Even sometimes everything is crashing and the whole world is going to be in the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
They believe that one day everything will be improved and everything will work, and they trust themselves, and this trust like a stone. Like a mountain, no one can even push it.
How do life coaching and financial clarity connect in real success?
If you have desire to be wealthy, in the same time you have desire to be healthy in a physical way and in mental way. And that is how we are building our life and our environment in a harmony with each other. You, if you will be surrounded by people who are literally successful, even if you don't want or don't try, you will follow them one day and get your success too. And in the same time, if you will surround yourself with people who are addicted to bad food, for any kind of drugs, or they have kind of laziness, or they don't want to develop themselves and read books, one day you will find that that is normal. It's kind of normal to be like this. And all the things that we are speaking with you today, that is exactly about the way how you are feeling. What is normal for you? If it is normal for you to live with 5 people and family members in one studio and you are extremely happy, it is your choice. But if you are wealthy enough and you can afford place much more better, it will make happy not only you but all the entire family. So if you are happy to travel, to see the world, and you are smart enough and you know how to make money, what is the problem? If your mental health is coming hand by hand with your emotion stability and your financial wellness.
What changes first when someone finally starts winning?
The behavior, the attitude. Everything in our life is neutral. And whatever we have in our life, whatever event or situation, we are making a color of this thing according to our attitude to it. So, for example, let us take something very simple. Suddenly we have rain. The rain in general is very neutral event. It's just normal thing from the nature, doesn't depend on anyone, okay? So the rain. One human will find in the rain opportunities. Grass is growing, place come to be very clean, the air is like fresh, and whatever I see from the rain, it is perfect. Another side of people will tell you, rain is so bad. It will be a lot of dust, like in the streets. My car will be completely dirty. My children can't go to school. I need to make for them new stuff, new shoes. All the streets will be full of water. It will be traffic jam and everything. Imagine, we are speaking about the same thing, about the rain. But the way how people are feeling about simple rain completely different, it and this thing imprinting in their life. Since you see someone happy because he is reading a book alone, go to shake his hand, make friends with him. If someone is happy to be alone with himself, he is invincible. And he will help himself and he can help you because he know how to share his happiness with himself. And as much as a human coming to be more comfortable to be alone with himself, he loves himself. He is making boundaries to not to depend to anyone emotionally, financially. From this time, success is starting.
The point of no return. Looking back, what was the real turning point?
Of course, it is a special operation. I never talk about it, and probably I should, but in my country, we used to brought up as a patriots. I love my country, the government. I appreciate everything I have, especially from Moscow, because my childhood was in a small city in the south of the country. But this amount of sanctions that we got from all the countries all over the world, it makes life of people who are working as entrepreneurs and influencers in Russia just miserable. Whatever you are doing, you can't reach without VPN. Whatever you are messaging or telling, you should watch every word because it can be as offend for any of government sector or army or whatever it is. Initially, we want to have a peace. And whatever is coming is not coming from just normal, common people. It is coming from maybe the idea that we should suffer or we should find for us another way of living or we should pretend for any other territories. But it's not the thing that in reality people want. I am attending a lot of business clubs in London, in United Arab Emirates, in Qatar, in Spain, and all over the world. All people, all nationalities after the crash of Soviet Union living in peace. And that is exactly what I want to happen. I want to see that all the people, all the Slavic people, they are coming to be good together, not against each other, because we are one nation with this Slavic stairs eyes. So for me, this point that there is no return come when I understood that all my social media work now become as an extremist organization. And that is the way where unfortunately I understood that I can't make the business the way how I know and how I want to make it in my native country. I want people to listen to the thing that I'm telling because some of them still living in Russia and thinking that something will change here and now. But unfortunately, no. So if you are working as entrepreneur, influencer, if you want to make money from the social media, doing a lot of content and working all over the world, now it's time to think. Now it's time to move. And if you're still in Russia, better to move.
What would your life look like today if you had given up back then?
I think I will be just in another country. When I was thinking to start everything from the beginning, I was speaking between Spain, United Arab Emirates, and Argentina. So far away, I never go. And I was thinking that it will be like, something incredible with good meat, good food, nice people, and not too much expensive. And in the same time, having a lot of potentials because nowadays these countries, they are making like, new birth of everything. But when I came to Dubai and I feel like it can be my home, I stop here for a while. But who knows? Maybe later I will start the same thing in another country.
And finally, what do you know now that would have saved your years?
Now I know you should not trust anyone. Maybe it sounds a little bit weird, but the only human you should trust is yourself. Because if you will put your attention for everything people are telling to you about the business, about the economic, about the politic things, you will never have your opinion and you will always go to reach someone other goals. The problem When you trust people, you think they are professionals. When you are trusting them with your life, with your money, with everything, they are not thinking about consequences that you will carry if they would not be right. They are thinking just about their profit. And that is what this country showed me hundreds of times. People want to make with you business and money here and now, and they don't give any idea what will happen with you in the end. And that is why trust yourself, your intuition, and trust your knowledge. And if you don't know something about this topic, without any hesitation, go to take extra education, ask ChatGPT, ask your friends, good friends, or ask professionals that you will hire with money. Don't trust anyone, especially for free.
Thank you for so much for this big conversation. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here in the studio with us.
Thank you for hosting me. And of course, I want to tell in the end that I love my choice and I will choose this country each day and I will choose people who are with me each time because without everything, this life will be empty. And if you need any advice, any coaching support, if you need anything by financial purpose, you can find my information in Instagram. You will find me in the social medias, LinkedIn, TikTok, and everywhere. And I will be happy if you will ask your questions and make a lot of comments after this video because I need your opinion. I want to know how your life changed when you come to Dubai.
Thank you.
Thank you.